Yeah, I think,
I think we should.
yeah, now since we just got into 2026, I think maybe we should talk about some of the good movies we've seen 2025.
25.
And it's been a weird year for movies this year.
It was maybe like the worst year of movies ever. But there were some good ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was year to date change. Like gross global box office dropped like 11% from last year. I read that. I read that today, and big. So like from a drop from 2024 is kind of saying something. Yeah, I
That's
just think
crazy.
that they are playing it, or at least last year, they just played it so safe. And, they're turning all these like animated movies that we've already seen into live action, which is the dumbest thing in the world. I didn't even watch How to Train Your Dragon.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
already
Mm. Mm.
I've
Mm.
motherfucking seen it.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
it's the exact same. I do
It
think,
apparently is like the
so,
exact same script. It's
yes, but
probably good, but like,
it's the exact same movie. I've already seen it.
you can't beat the original.
No.
Also, like, you're not gonna beat that.
I
It's
do
cool,
think
cool
this
idea, I
year,
guess.
though, this year was the best that the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, did since Endgame, movie wise.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
they
I
did.
got two of them.
Carried,
Well,
carried
I
in
think
my.
carried.
Go
Yeah.
ahead,
Let's say
Ed.
I was gonna say in my top five movies for this of 2025, two of them
Whoa, 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 whoa!
are Marvel
You know what?
movies.
Why don't we just reveal what we believe are the top five movies of the year? Let's start with you, Ed, and start at five.
Start at five. Okay.
Build some,
Okay, so all y'all seen Mario Supreme, right?
of course.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's my number five. And I think that's gonna surprise y'all a little bit.
That is,
I fucking loved it. Well, that's because honestly, all these movies in this list were great movies for me, and
yeah.
I judged these movies on enjoyment, like quality, um, like just the story, the narrative,
Okay.
uh, and then the experience. Because I think I saw all these movies in the theater, so like that kind of like that also changes things. But I saw all these in the theater, which definitely changes how I liked it. But yeah, I pretty much see if it was a good movie and if I liked it. That's pretty much what I'm judging about. So Mario Supreme five. Number four is Anaconda.
Okay.
Number three, Thunderbolts. Number two, Fantastic Four. And then number one was the F1 movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Sinners isn't even in your list.
I
That's
that
surprising.
that's because
Mm.
I did not
He's
get around to
racist.
seeing Sin. I have not gotten to see
He
Sinners
is
yet. So
racist.
that could change. That could change in the next couple of days. I need to watch that still.
It's on HBO. It's been re-released in theaters. I was debating going to see it last night, but I've had a ton to do. Sinners. I'm not gonna say where it is on my list until I actually talk about it, but you got to see it. I will say,
That's
Ed,
what
I
I've heard.
haven't
I've
seen
heard.
F1 yet.
You
16
haven't seen
Oscars.
F1 yet?
I've not seen F1 yet.
Mm. Okay.
Mm.
This is more like this is very like personal. This is like these movies I just fucking enjoyed. I thought were great,
Yeah.
dude. I think both of us. So we'll start with Mario
Personal
Supreme.
is what we want to hear from you, Ed.
What do you want to hear? What's your concerns?
I want to hear your personal. It's your opinion.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, Mario Supreme's in fifth. I don't know if that surprises y'all because I thought that was a great movie. One of the like probably one of the best movies of this year. Um, but was not what I was expecting at all. That being said, that director though, he's very eccentric with his writing. I feel
That's
like,
Josh Stadsky. Yeah.
yeah, he kind of this is a very him movie, which I liked a lot. I loved it, dude. I loved the ending of it. You know, like how the whole point of it was like him winning was becoming a father and also kind of taking accountability because it's kind of seemed like the whole movie it was a movie about a hustler, chasing a dream, but also it's about someone who just kept writing about like creating problems and running away from them, you know. And I feel like at the end there, I was him kind of stepping up and owning up to. you know, his life, his mistakes, and everything he's been kind of putting behind him to chase ping pong. Um, but great fucking
Well, wait,
movie. I loved how it was shot.
he also did Uncut Gems too. So very pretty similar.
Oh, he was uncut. Oh shit,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but great movie though. I loved the movie. It was awesome. Really, I didn't realize it was that long. It was quite the long movie.
It's like almost three.
It
Um,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was quite the long movie, but it's definitely my top five. But the reason why I didn't beat because Anaconda, I feel like it's a crazy take, but that movie was honestly great. I fucking loved
hilarious.
Anaconda. It was actually hilarious. And me and Hayes talked about this afterwards. We thought it was actually like hope for like the film industry and for the future for it. It
The
was
comedy
more funny.
industry.
Like it was just like a funny movie. It was good, bro. Fucking Ice Cube coming back was great. Um, I don't know. It was good. I think it was making fun of like Hollywood a little bit, almost making fun of old Anaconda, and also kind of like this is a reach, but like it also kind of like seemed like it was a movie made for filmmakers. It's just like just make shit. To start making shit. Doesn't matter if it's funny or stupid or whatever. Like just start making shit, bro. So I thought that was a great fucking movie. I loved Anaconda. That was a good one. And then obviously Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts were just goated. I'm sure both y'all saw those, right?
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah. No, Thunderbolts. Me and Hayes talked about this, bro. Like fucking best character in that was Bob. I think he was.
absolutely.
I'm so excited to see him later on in the MCU. Like he was just, oh, he did a great job. He was funny, bro, and like just sick as fuck. And like honestly, anytime like he was on screen as like the Void or as like the Sentry, like it was just like scary. Like motherfucker could not be stopped. Um, so I thought that was like, and also like just like all these characters in there were like D-listers, like no one gave a fuck about most of these characters. They're like now all of a sudden now they're some of my favorites. Like I think they just finally picked up and like did some actually good writing for these characters, made them like not flat and bland. Like fucking Elena, it just seems like she's pretty much just Black Widow that has like personality and has like a character arc, you know? Like a very likable. Like she's one of my favorites too. Like I'm super excited to see Elena and stuff. Like I don't know, they're just making all the right decisions, bro. Fucking Wyatt Russell, U.S. agent,
John
he was
Walker.
dope. Yeah, John Walker's fucking awesome. That was just a good movie. That was just that gave me hope for the MCU. That I felt like was what was the turnaround from their like shit era of movies. I think that movie was kind of the proof that they kind of figured it out. Like it was shot well, looked good, writing was good. It wasn't just like I don't know, just all this progress, like very not nothing too progressive. Like it was just a good movie, And same in Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, honestly, that is like not only is it one of my favorite movies of this year, it's low key one of my favorite Marvel movies. I don't know if y'all would agree, but like that, I
Yeah,
love
I
that
do
movie.
agree.
Like Galactus was sick, dude. Like the whole just like vibe, like the family, bro. Like it was just all like one of my favorite scenes, honestly. It was when they were going to Galactus, and then like Galactus is like scanning all of them, and then like all of a sudden just zeroes in on Sue Storm's belly where Frank is. Like that. I don't know why. That's one of my favorite scenes. Like it just like boom, like because everyone just knows that like in that one scene, like this baby means like this baby's about to mean something. Like some like Galactus knows something that we don't know about this baby. This is a really bad idea to come here. And like, I don't know, dude, when he like stood up and shit, that shit was just it was so cool. It was sick. Galactus was like now I hope they bring him back. They gotta bring him back. He was sick.
And Silver
And
Surfer.
yeah, no, she killed it. She actually killed it. Everyone, all the characters were good. Like, and no one did
Julie
a bad
Garner had
job.
herself a year.
She did
She
have a
did,
crazy.
honestly. She did,
She
honestly.
had herself a year.
I
She
want to see
did pretty
more of
well.
her. She's great.
She is great, bro. Dude, she killed that Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer was fucking dope in that.
Yeah.
And then, dude, not this is not earlier. It's not like recent stuff of hers, but love her in Ozark. She kills it in Ozark.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But no, dude, everyone did good in that movie. I thought there was no bad. Every character was good. Even like Herbie, bro, was good. I really liked how this was like. I feel like one of the best like Human Torches we've seen too. Because like I know Disney's not going to make him like the hot shot guy, always like with around girls and stuff, and like just being like the ladies' man.
No,
That's not really
no,
Disney.
they're gonna make him really struggle with women and be like a really funny, relatable nerd, which is what they
Yeah,
did. But it worked. It worked. It worked.
that's what I'm saying. It worked. They kind of changed it around a little bit, but I like him a lot because like they kept like some of the core stuff. And they still kind of try to depict him out as like a ladies' man a little bit, but like his like how his character acts doesn't really seem like that, which is like fine though. Like I think what they did is like they didn't fuck it up. That's what I was really scared of. They're gonna like fuck it up, but happy they did not do that. And the Thing is great. All of them are good. But yeah, I don't know. Fantastic Four that was a good movie. It's making me those two movies what is like what's making me excited for Doomsday and having hope for the MCU. Because before like I saw those, I did not really. I thought they were dead. I thought the MCU was low key dead. I thought they were never coming back. But it looks like they're getting their shit right. Um, and then have you seen the F1 movie, Presley?
Yes, I have. Oh, it was great. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
love that movie. I'm also like biased, so I just love F1. But hey, dude, I 100% recommend that movie. That's a great movie. It's in my top five, or it's in my number one, just because it's just like it gave like Top Gun vibes. I don't know if you agree, Presley. Like Top Gun Maverick vibes, like just kind of like that classic, like cheesy, like I don't fucking know how to describe it, but it was like Top Gun Maverick vibes, I would say.
Yeah,
Like
and I thought it was for a 6-year-old Brad Pitt coming and racing F1 for the first time in a long time. I felt like it was relatively realistic. I thought it actually gave great insight to the world of F1 because I was pretty
I
unfamiliar.
agree.
It gave great character stories for even the Win girl. I forgot her name. She was in Banshees of Inisherin. She was fantastic. Javier Bardem, like it gives them that reuniting for all that stuff that they went through when they were younger. It gives a new guy, a new up and comer. It gives him a great story about where to go as a character and how to really come into his own. And I thought he was fantastic. I hope to see him in a bunch of other stuff. F1 was
No,
fantastic. It's a pretty good
no,
movie of the year. But if you ask me, pretty good movie of the year. So Hayes, you definitely it's Apple TV. Got to check it out.
yeah, I definitely
I
recommend it.
have
It's
to.
it's so good. Nah, everyone does a good job in
Mhm.
that. And like I glad you said 'cause it does a really good job of like introducing you to the world of F1 and like showing it how it really is. It's pretty accurate. It's pretty spot on. It's like that's kind of how things go in the F1 world. And I love how they had like the
Mhm.
actual drivers. They didn't just have like fake F1 drivers. They brought the actual ones who actually race F1 into the
Yeah,
movie as they
didn't they have did they have Hamilton or Verstappen? One of those.
They had them all. They had Leclerc, Hamilton, Land. They had like
Okay.
almost all of them. Like when you like saw the quick seeing them all like lined up, they had every single person there were real F1 drivers who actually like race on the course.
Oh,
But they
cool.
would like I know it was cool. And they
Mhm.
had Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen race for one scene, but they weren't there much because they had to do the real thing.
Yeah.
They're actually racing. But enough
I have a
of
question.
that's my spiel. What's up?
I have a question. Is Brad Pitt actually 60 years old?
Like
I'm
in
looking
real
up his age
life
right now.
or
I'm
in the
relatively sure.
yeah, he is like he's like probably like
Yeah, he's
40.
60. He's 62. He's 62.
He's 62 years
Dang.
old.
Dang, he looks pretty damn good for
He's
62. That's
62.
crazy.
Bro, he's a handsome
Looks
motherfucker.
really damn good for
Oh,
62.
Jeez.
I
What
know,
the
Yeah,
right?
hell?
he's 62 years
Lucky
old.
motherfucker, bro.
Oh my
Dang.
God.
That's crazy.
That's
Good
insane.
for him.
And
I mean, you know, Tom Cruise is like
Done with your list.
65.
I'll
Top Gun Maverick.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What,
and
Hayden? What'd you say?
he just did mission. He just did Mission Impossible 8. He ran good as hell in that one.
Oh, he was driving
Oh,
motorcycles off of cliffs. Like,
oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, my, grandfather is not doing that stuff. I mean, uh,
Yeah,
No, no,
he's a
that
crazy man.
they honestly might meet in some like devil worshipping like cult if they actually look this good at 65 years old.
yeah.
I mean, this is like Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise
Scientology, man.
are really, they do not look their age. So
No, they don't at all. I
props,
don't know what the hell
props
they're
to them.
doing.
It's hard for us crackers to still look young after like 30 years old. It's we just have terrible skin. It's, it starts.
It's tough out here, man.
Wait, is that
It's
why we're
tough out
called
here.
crackers? Because our skin cracks so easily?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, but I think it's just because we're white and like saltine crackers are that color.
Yeah, I always figured just because like we love like red
But
or something. Like
yeah,
one
or
time, like all the
the
minorities walked in on like the founding fathers, and they're all just like eating saltines, crackers. But all right, Presley or Ed, that was a great list. It wasn't as good
that
as
was.
obviously, but Presley, let's see what you got. Let's see if you're right.
I want to I want to start with some three honorable mentions because these were tough things that I had to keep out of my list. I'll keep it a little short, but I kept out weapons. Weapons was I really liked Weapons. I really liked it. I kept out Eternity. I didn't know if you guys had seen that with Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner. Great romance movie. I highly encourage y'all to check it out. Um, what is the other movie that I left out? Wow, that's bad. I left out another movie, but at my five, also have Marty Supreme.
At
I
number
thought
five?
it was a great. At number five, I have Marty Supreme. Same as Ed. I loved how it was just a guy who would do literally anything to chase a dream that he won't make any money in. He just really wants to play ping pong. And it's a movie about how you're not, it's kind of like Wolf of Wall Street a little bit, that you're not supposed to empathize with this care with Marty because he's such a terrible guy. He
He's such a
denies that
dick.
he's a
Yeah.
father. Yeah, he's a huge. Basically, the short thing, he's a huge dick, and all of his actions are just terrible. He treats his homegirl, don't know her name, like trash. He treats Gwyneth Paltrow like trash. He lies. He says that he's gonna do this. He's the best. He's the best. But it's just this downward spiral. But then when he finally comes up is when he realizes his own mistakes and he realizes that he has to be a father. And when
Yeah.
he does, and it's such a great ending. But you're still not supposed to empathize with him. But you want him to succeed so badly.
Yeah.
So I really liked how they had that kind of dilemma. And I thought that the New York style because the director, he's like born and raised in Queens, and the movie was set in New York, so he really had that kind of like 50s aesthetic, and I thought it was really cool how it was filmed. It was like kind of retro,
Yeah.
and
I like that.
it was
I was
filmed.
gonna say that.
I'd kind of compare it. It was filmed kind of like I would compare like a 1980s boxing movie to or a boxing fight
Yeah.
to. Like it kind of had that little static on it and it was really cool. I love the celebrities. I love how they were integrated and most of the characters like the guy from Shark Tank, Tyler the Creator,
Yeah. It's so
the
wonderful.
guy Dion who was one of who was like Marty's like best friend or not like best friend, but he's one of his good friends who was his business partner. He was just a guy who they found off the street at a Knicks game. He was in this really famous he was I don't know if you know the story. He was in this interview when the Knicks were coming back. They were so terrible for so long. And they interviewed him and this guy said this like Trey Young looks like my dad's dick. Like and it went viral and Sadfi saw that and was like I want you to audition for my movie. He got real people who had never acted, and they were some of the best people in the movie, which I really
That's
liked.
kind
So
of
I really
funny,
liked it.
dude.
I thought it got a
Was it the
yeah,
guy with the
yeah,
ping pong
it
balls? Was
is
that him?
It was the guy that looked exactly like Peter.
yeah, the big guy.
Mm,
Yeah.
Peter
That's
Griffin
so
Jr.
funny.
Yeah.
That's actually
So
hilarious.
yeah,
I
so
didn't know
I
about that before.
really liked that element. I thought it got
This is
pretty
a great
off
thing
topic.
for
Like,
Timothy Chalamet. I think this is gonna put him in like
oh
everyone
yeah.
is gonna love like everyone loves him after this. This is great for him.
He
He's doing good
marketed the
things.
shit out of this. He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll move on from that because Ed already talked about it a little bit. At my four, I have F1, and I won't talk about it much, but I thought it was I like you compared it a little bit to Top Gun, and I will say I love Top Gun Maverick. I loved it. It was one of the best movies I've like ever seen. But I really
Great
liked how
movie.
they didn't make Brad Pitt. Uh, hey, this is minor. It's not really like spoilers, but kind of just tells you a little bit what happens. They didn't make Brad Pitt this amazing racer who comes back because in Top Gun Maverick you see Tom
He's like the
Cruise like come
best.
back and
He's the best.
he's immediately he's dog walking Glenn Powell and Miles Teller and all
Yeah.
these guys. He's completely beating the shit out of him. Brad Pitt is like
He's old, slow.
he kind of plays dirty, and I like how they didn't just make him
Yeah.
the best racer because he's 60 and he's old. They made him just like a dick, but like a good teammate. Like his strategy,
Yeah.
he's strategic. So I really like that element. I really didn't. I really liked how they didn't make him just the
Like
best racer of all time. So
also glad they didn't make the rookie like also gonna be like, oh, this is he's gonna be the next Lewis Hamilton, the next Max Verstappen. They had like the best,
like a Lightning McQueen, like a Lightning McQueen
yeah,
type.
yeah, because like the
So
people, the other racers in those movies were Max and Lewis, and those were the best racers in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like they kept that real
yeah,
and stuff. Like they just, it was just a great story of just like a deadbeat driver who gambled his life away with this new rookie who's a hothead, with a team about to die, with a dying like F1 team. They kind of bring all these parts together that shouldn't work out together, but somehow do. They find some crazy rhythm. And then they win, like that's just like that. It was just like
Mhm.
when I say Top Gun, it's just kind of like those like that vibe, just like the like team dynamics and stuff, and then fucking Brad Pitt, Hayes, I feel like I should be saying this. Like Brad Pitt and like the principal manager or the lady, whatever role she takes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. It was just a good like classic, like what would you say the genre of like Top Gun is?
a feel good sports movie.
Yeah, like that's pretty much what it was. It was like a feel good
Honestly,
sports movie. And it just
honestly.
made it just
So
it will honestly probably
F1.
make you like it probably will make you like F1 more, Hayes, after watching it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check.
So I'll wrap it up. You will. I'll wrap it up on my four. My third is Fantastic Four, The First Steps. I was very pessimistic about this movie. I have Pedro Pascal fatigue. I'm tired of seeing him everywhere.
I
So I
saw
was very
Christian Bale.
skeptical about this. Yeah, yeah, for real. I'm not too big of a fan of Vanessa Kirby, but I thought both of them do a pretty good job. I think I loved how it's filmed. It's filmed in like this futuristic retro. That's kind of how I can say it. Like they have these
Yeah.
flying cars, but it's still like you feel like it's from the 50s. Like even the robots, like you feel like they'd be robots like from the
Yeah.
50s. So it's pretty cool how it's filmed. Everyone has their character moments. I have a little problem
It,
with
it
like
feels like an
how they're
alternate universe,
yeah,
like that
yeah.
it feels like an alternate universe.
And like I have a couple problems with the overall world building because the fact that Invisible Woman can just be like, hey, we need to like move the Earth a little bit, like every world come together and like do parts of that. That would never work in today's society. Do you think? Could you imagine if we asked North Korea to be like, hey, like I need you to do like a huge project for me? They would say no. They would say they would call you. They would say no. So,
I don't know if it was
um,
for the end of the
Well,
world.
no,
Like
they would still say
that
no.
would
They would
it's
cause
still.
also it's not like the U.S. government's asking these people like the status of the Fantastic Fours, like they are like the emperors of the world. Like
yeah,
they
they're like
if
gods
there if
among
there's
men.
any yeah, like they and that's how they are seen as like gods among men. So like if yeah, so yeah, if Invisible Woman, if Sue Storm is talking to the world asking for this, it's like they take it seriously because these are like the emperors of the world, and they got there due out of respect and stuff, not because they're like we are the emperors of the world, you know, like in
Maybe,
the
maybe, maybe,
Fantastic
maybe I'm
Four.
just too into politics.
Yeah, also like yeah, me and Hayes like got like looked into like Fantastic Four stuff because like their whole you like world is like that's how it kind of works. Like the Fantastic Four are like they kind of have all the power. Like they kind of like if one of them says we need to do this, the rest of the world will probably be like, okay, we should probably listen to Reed Richards. He usually gets
I
us
would.
right. Um, I would, yeah, I would listen to Reed Richards. Depends on which one though. But I see what you mean though. I also have some problems with that aspect, but timeline wise, because they should
Yeah.
have that status, but not yet.
Mhm.
They have not. They shouldn't have made the foundation, whatever the future foundation yet. Like that
Mhm.
comes later.
Yeah.
But
Well,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, 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 no. No, please interrupt. So yeah, I guess I'm just too into politics, but that was that was really the only problem. I didn't really have any other problems with it. I thought it was really funny. I thought it was filmed great. I thought the action set pieces were really cool. I was really impressed with it. With my number two, I don't know if you guys saw this. My number two is Hamnet. I don't
I have
know if
not
any of
seen
y'all.
him.
No,
You're spelling it wrong. It's
It's
Hamlet, bro.
no, it's Hamnet.
I know. I'm just playing. What is that movie even about?
So ironically it's about the story of Hamlet, but
Okay.
or it's about the story of Shakespeare's play Hamlet and how it came to be. But Shakespeare's son's name is actually Hamnet.
In real life,
So that's yes, his real life name was Hamnet,
I did not know this.
but he changed it in the play to Hamlet, and like it is one of the most emotional movies that I've ever seen. It is awesome. It is the performances were awesome. Like even the child actors were great. I cried in the theater. Like I saw it in November and I was like I mean it was so powerful. And Jessie Buckley she won a good bit of awards and I think she's going to at the Oscars, but she was fantastic. Paul Mescal he was awesome. I don't want to talk about it too much because I want you guys to see it, but it was such a good movie. I loved it. There was I it was
oh, sorry, no, keep going on. Sorry, I had a big realization about a different movie. I'm gonna bring it up
mm,
later. But you finish your top five, but
okay. Okay.
I just remembered one that I think we all are gonna like. But
Okay.
sorry.
You're gonna say, Ed. I know what movie you're thinking of, and I don't think it's on
Yeah,
any of our lists.
it's not. It should be. It honestly should be.
I don't know,
Well,
but Preston,
uh
keep going.
we can let Hayes do his list and then we can see if it is. But
Yeah.
so Hamnet, it's like a 9.5 out of 10. I loved it so much. My number one movie is a toss up between this and Hamnet. It was Sinners. It was
Oh shit.
I like Sinners a lot. I love like the Miles guy who plays the preacher boy, like he's that good at singing. I don't know if you guys have ever watched him
He's a
in
really
real
good
life.
singer.
He is fantastic. All of his stuff is authentic, and I thought just the overall premise of the movie was so cool. And the Irish, like the singers, I thought they were the vampires, like all of their scenes where they're dancing and trying to manipulate the party and stuff. Because this Miles guy is the preacher boy is so good at playing, and I think just the buildup of that movie to the ending and the payoffs and the plot twist at the end, I think I love the movie so much. I love the original soundtrack. It has one of the best scores that I've ever heard. Um, Ludwig Göransson. Yeah, he's done a lot of good stuff, but I think this is some of his best. And I was so impressed with this movie and how like yeah, the preacher boy, he fights this, he's technically being oppressed by his like preacher father who wants him to take away from his music, his passion and stuff. And then he has all these experiences with these vampires because he's the one playing music. And there's a scene where his dad asks him to put down the guitar and he starts gripping it tighter. And you see at the end where he goes from there. It's just I think it's so powerful. I think just the Ryan Coogler did such a great job. I love Michael B. Jordan. Ryan Coogler is really, really fucking good. So I think this is one, and I saw it in theaters, which made it so much better. So Sinners is my number one. I did leave off Thunderbolts. I left that one off. Not that it was a bad movie. I just didn't think
Didn't
it
stick
was.
out to you.
I just didn't think it would crack my top five.
If Hamnet didn't exist, would it be in your top five?
Y- it'd be a toss up between that and Eternity. Eternity was a really good movie. I really liked it. It was really funny. It's like when you die, where do you go? It's like do you? It's basically she gives Elizabeth Olsen two choices. Does she go with the person who's waited for her for 70 years, or do you go with the person who's with her this whole time, but she didn't love this person as much as she loved this person? She has this whole dilemma, and it's really cool to see that play out. So, Eternity, Thunderbolts, Weapons, stuff like that. So that rounds up my top five. Hayes, what do you got, my friend?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the real list coming in. This is the act
Okay, whatever you say.
at number one, Minecraft, best movie of the year. I'm just messing around. I will say though, I honestly might as well put it as an honorable mention because
It should.
it was
You
the
should. It
dumbest
was a
thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I will never watch that movie again. But going to see that movie in the theater, I mean, I went with my fraternity and like
Chicken jockey.
yeah, I went with my fraternity, and there were a bunch of teenagers in there. We didn't go more than 3 minutes without a standing ovation for 2 hours. Everyone stood up and clapped literally every 2 minutes. It was a very fun movie theater experience. So yes,
Yeah.
that movie sucked and was awful, but it was fun. It did scare me though when I was in the theater because I thought to myself like, oh my gosh, this is gonna ruin cinema because now they're just gonna see who can out brain rot the next person, and then we're just gonna be idiocracy like 50 years from now. But my
It doesn't look
real
like that's happening so far.
yes, but
So
my real list is at number five, Thunderbolts. I feel like everybody has said their piece on it. I thought it was just a very fun,
it's a
good
good
movie
movie.
that I really
A,
enjoyed.
a fun movie that mainly talks about mental health and the
Yeah.
destructive capabilities that come with it.
Yeah, I would
Well,
say
with
it
that,
was.
like,
I'm glad it got deep. I'm glad it got
it
deep.
got very deep.
Honestly,
Yeah, the scene where what's the blonde woman?
Elaine and his dad.
Yeah,
Elaine
Elaine.
and her dad. I know exactly what
I
scene
feel
you're
like
talking about. Yeah,
Gen Z kids
it's a good scene.
especially could really feel that when she talks about like I just wake up and I get on my phone and then I go to sleep and she's just having
Yeah,
trouble trying to be happy. That's very relatable
yeah.
and
And
very
that's
Yeah,
not alone. Yeah, like that.
yeah.
I
yeah,
was gonna bring up like that is like one of my favorite scenes in that is like she's just like I'm so alone. I wake up, scroll
Yeah.
my phone. I don't know what to do. I go to bed. Like I don't know. Like and like also like the like Hopper too. He was coming up and was like I didn't know I was supposed to be there. Like I didn't think you wanted to. I didn't think you wanted me and stuff. She's like I did. Like that's like some real shit. Like real shit that happens between families and stuff. So like I think that was like
No,
really good.
it was really like relatable. I just feel like a big problem facing today is just nihilism and loneliness are like two of the
yeah.
biggest things plaguing, especially our generation. So discussing that was just awesome. I think
Hmm.
I like her actually so much more than Black Widow. And
Yeah,
I
I was.
think
That's what I
Scarlett
was saying too.
I think Scarlett Johansson is much prettier, don't get me wrong, but her character is just not as interesting as this blonde lady. What's her name again, Ed?
Yelena.
Elena.
Elena. And also, I just have to say, why did Scarlett Johansson not have a Russian accent? Because
I know.
that alone made Yelena so much more interesting that she was actually
Yeah,
a Russian
a
accent.
Russian
Yeah,
assassin.
she was
Oh,
awesome. Sentry was awesome. That was such
since
a
she was
great
great.
way to depict someone with that much power. It's like, what if Superman was a meth addict? Like, that's genius. I love it. They
Yeah, yeah,
went about it so well
great.
too. Like that
Oh yeah.
first, the first time we see him like fly by accident when he just tries to like move away and he accidentally like skyrockets in the air.
Oh,
Like
that's such a cool scene.
it was
That was
great.
really cool.
Yeah.
I like the
The
music and stuff.
I thought the villain was kind of stale. I didn't think she was super interesting. Uh,
Elaine from Seinfeld?
yes, with the
Yeah,
white
I
spiky
don't,
hair.
I think she's literally just Elaine if she was in the MCU. She's literally does the same shit. She's just quirky.
Yeah,
She's
and her
quirky
little
with no laugh track.
quirky, and her assistant is I don't know how her assistant was getting away with like deceiving the head of the CIA. I mean, is her phone not like wired and tapped? Like she should have keep a closer eye on her assistant, who's literally switching sides. So that was a little silly.
Yeah.
And there's some
Not
other,
even though she switched sides, that she switches that side, and then she comes back, and then she was that way. Like I don't
yeah.
know what she's
So
up to.
that whole character was just kind of like
Yeah, it was odd.
weird.
It was
Like
odd.
But no
stuff
one. I was more
about
focused on the Void and Bob. Like that was the big thing. Like
that
I'm
was
hoping that they push they divert off of whoever that girl is, the lady leader of the CIA. Get away from that story and kind of start exploring other shit with Bob. Like just don't use her. She was very flat and just like boring.
mm.
Like dude, if that was Cecil, bro, things would have been very different if Cecil was running that shit.
Yeah.
So
What was your four, Hayes?
So yes, that's all Thunderbolts. Number four, and this one things might get a little controversial. I have Sinners at number four. And I think Sinners is a great movie. I probably will watch it again, if not a few times, before I die. However, 16 Oscar, like the most Oscar nominations in the world, kind of crazy. I feel like a lot of people, like really like conservative people are saying it's like a DEI pick. I don't really think that's the case. I honestly think it speaks more to like just there were not a lot of great movies in 2025. So like honestly, like given the range and the scope of like their competition, it's not that unrealistic to get 16 nominations. However, I just think the movie is a little messy. And let me explain why. One, I don't really think it was that necessary for Michael B. Jordan to play two characters. And I want to ask you both this question. Do you think if it wasn't for their hats or Haley Steinfeld or the big black woman with the big bosom who like was a witch, do you think you would have been able to tell the difference between either character?
I think there were some differences, but there wasn't enough to be like, oh yeah, like that oh yeah, like Smoke would so do that, or Stack would so say this thing, but like I think they acted. I think Stack was more reserved. You know, I think
Was
not.
he the one with Haley, or was he the one with the big woman?
Not he's the one with the black, the big black.
Then yeah, so I just feel like any scene where they're alone and they're not talking to their romantic partner, like it could have been either or, and it wouldn't have been like a major difference. And I honestly think that could have just been one character, and he could have banged Haley Steinfeld and the big woman. Like I just didn't really get the point in having him play two different characters. I also think that the movie is kind of like I think it's just kind of messy because like almost an hour in, you kind of shrug your shoulders and go, "Oh, this is a vampire movie." And it's like they have this whole build up that makes you think it's gonna be about uh s- like Christianity and how the blues genre music can lead to like dancing with the devil. And like I thought that like when we first saw the who's the artist? What's his name?
Um, uh, mm,
You just said
I'm drawing. Wait, the artist? What do you mean?
the guy who's like had an amazing singing voice and guitar.
The guy at the train station?
No, no, the young kid,
Miles,
Miles.
the preacher boy. Yeah, Miles.
Miles, the preacher boy. Like, I thought the story was gonna revolve like around him and his music. And they had that wonderful scene that the scene alone should win an Oscar.
Oh my gosh,
Very,
that's one of my favorite scenes of all
it's
time.
very awesome. But yeah, it was so cool how they showed like the past and future all combining together. But at the end of the day, like, what did it really have to do with the plot? Like, and that's kind of my problem with this movie is they're making so many branches of like possible storylines, and then it's just a movie about vampires. So it's like, wait a
I
minute, like,
yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. But yeah, it was saying that those spirits. I mean, technically, I mean, it's like vampires, but I don't think they call themselves that. I think it's just like demons. But they say these demons whenever they hear like, I don't want to mess up the wording, but they're like, when when the music playing is too good
too
or
true.
something like, or like if when the music playing transcend, it's so good that it transcends past, future, present, like
Right.
it's all of those combined, and that's what we see in that scene.
But they also
um
have to really explain why it's like bad. Like if
yeah.
you're playing music that's so awesome, like why is the devil coming by? Like is blues music bad? And if that's the case, like I would like for them to tell me that.
And is it so good that it's bad, like that you'll die to a bunch of kaiju vampires in a hive mind. But it's just something like like when they come together, the past, future, and present, that these spirits can appear because they want to maybe like take it over or something. I'm a little forgetful about their
See,
purpose there, but
I just think that um like Michael B. Jordan is what I got from that movie is that he's a bit of an overthinker. And realistically, and this is one of the hardest parts, anyone who's ever written a script or made a movie will tell you this. The hardest part is writing something so amazing and having to throw it away in the trash. And at the end of the day, I think the first 40 minutes of that movie were great, but it shouldn't have existed. And I
two
think
hours and 40 minutes.
it easily, well, you have to introduce vampires in the first 10 to 15 minutes if you're going to make a movie about, if that's going to be like the climax and the midpoint and the epilogue, you can't introduce that to me an hour into the movie. It's just unethical. Because
If I was gonna change things, I agree with a little bit with your point. I wasn't that taken away from it when vampires were coming in because I kind of expected it because the intro is like it kind of gives a little bit of description about what they were, but that didn't really have anything to tie in with until like the 40 minute to hour mark. I would have had like in the church or something, or if Miles was playing a solo, maybe when he was in the car with the one brother with the red hat, and that's the meme where it's like the he's reacting to it. You know what I'm talking about? In the when they're
yeah.
driving. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I would have had like maybe like a little gust of wind after the car was gone. Like the spirit was following him because he was playing this good music. Like because they're driving in kind of this not like a desert, but it's kind of like just like a flat Mississippi wasteland. Like I would have had the car go by, Miles, the preacher boy, playing his music, and then like after you see a little bit like a gust of wind or like a little bit of a change in the weather or like a change in the trees or something. But that's a very little detail into what I probably would have done. But I wasn't that taken away from it. I just
See, I
I
think that I think it would have been a much better movie if the opening scene was the vampire rolling up to the KKK people's house, and then we cut to Miles and Michael B. Jordan like in his car showing his music, but they're like already on the way to the party, and get to that party within
so
like
you would
the
have skipped the scene with the preacher and like his dad and Miles walking in and him not really resonating. You would have cut that scene altogether.
Yeah, I think it's just a little misleading because again, like that first scene, I assumed that Miles did something bad.
Yeah, yeah, I
Realized that
kind of got that a little bit
and
too.
I thought like it was about like him like playing the blues and he like uh it made him be a bad person. But then I just realized that he's just a victim. And
But you sorry to interrupt you real quick, but you could look at it like in the ending scene where the guitar's broken and Miles's face is bloody and he looks like he just jumped out of a moving car at 70 miles an hour. Like you see that scene where the dad is like, put that away, like drop that guitar, leave that devil music behind, and he doesn't. You could see that as him being like, okay, I want to play music. I'm not gonna be oppressed by, because it's like I don't want to say like oppressed by Christianity because I don't want to, I'm not gonna say that, but it's
but
like,
that would be interesting though. If he was
yeah,
oppressed by Christianity, like that's a very interesting angle. And
yeah,
I didn't think that's the angle that they were going for. I thought he was being oppressed by like the devil and Christianity was going to bring him out. But either
mm,
way, it's like Christianity really had nothing to do with the story.
yeah.
Kind of my like they you can't like start me out in a church forgiving my sins when there's he's got really nothing to forgive. What did he do? Write a banger hit? Kill a bunch
Yeah,
of vampires?
maybe you could say like maybe you could change it, say like maybe he actually did something, like he was responsible for something that happened and he has this weight on his shoulders that he has to carry, but he doesn't think he did anything wrong or something like that. But but like it a little bit of goes to be like the the pastor wants him to be cleansed, but he doesn't want to because he loves his music. He loves playing it. It's like his purpose is calling, I think he calls it.
Hmm.
So, so you could, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could look at it. I think our little tweaks or something would have made the movie better, but I like when I watched it, I wasn't like taken aback by the vampires kind of in the mid movie and the Native Americans. The Native Americans were kind of looking for the KKK guy who was infected, and like I felt like they just kind of came out of nowhere, which was a little like because they go up to this house and there's the wife and the husband and they're like, hey, like, are y'all hiding a guy here? And they're like, no. It's like, well, if you are, he's really dangerous, like, and he's like he's got something wrong with him. It's just like,
Say he's a vampire, he's a demon. Like
yeah,
this
yeah,
is a
yeah, they
serious
did, yeah.
situation. The sun's coming down. Like we don't have time to get off my property. It's like, sir, relax. We need to talk about this right now.
Yeah, yeah.
This is and
So
but yeah, so I think Sinners was a very good movie. I just think it was a little messy, and they should have picked like one thing, and in my opinion, that should have been the vampires and had that been like the main part of the movie and forget some of the other stuff. I know it's sad to do, but you just got to. And also I just want to say the very like the end credit scene, when Miles is like old and
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld come in. I honestly don't know. I can't tell if I absolutely hate or absolutely love that scene. Part of me loves it because I'm like, wow, like, because I love like the blues and like rock and roll history. And there is actually like a really interesting history with like blues players in the early 20th century, like selling their soul to the devil.
Yeah.
It's cool to see.
Like Jimi Hendrix, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So it was cool to see him like talking to demons like while he's playing music. That's cool. But also I'm just like, he should warn everyone in this bar Like, get out, like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh my
yeah, like part of me thinks it's like
god!
unrealistic that he didn't just freak out, tell the bartender, like, hey, do you have a gun here on you right now? You need to blow these people away. They're vampires. Um, so that was just a
Do you have
little,
any garlic? Anything?
yeah. But anyway, that's all
Yeah.
I'll say about that. Um, my number three spot is Fantastic Four. I
Okay.
think Fantastic Four. I hate saying this when I describe movies because I want to sound like a normal person, and I do have like normal person opinions. But the only reason I even bring this up is because I think like anyone who's seen like five movies or no movies their entire life, if you go to see Fantastic Four, anyone would notice how colorful it is. And it is one of
It's
the most
very colorful.
colorful,
Yeah.
cinematically beautiful movies I've seen. Um, I have a little bit of Pedro Pascal fatigue as well, but
Wow, so I
he
think we all
was
do.
such a good Reed Richards. I thought he like
He
nailed
did
it.
do a good job. He
Um,
did do a really good job.
Before the movie came out, I was really pissed that they changed Silver Surfer to a chick. I was like, that's dumb. This is stupid. This is gonna be really stupid. But she crushed it, bro.
Her,
I
She
honestly like,
crushed it. Yeah.
her story was pretty good too. Like how
yeah,
she sacrificed, she sacrificed stuff, but she also like was semi responsible for the death of like all these universes and stuff. So like you understood her struggle, but like she was just trying to keep her family safe. And at the end, she makes that heroic sacrifice, which I really liked at the end. So I mean, you
they're
definitely hit the
definitely gonna come back.
nail
Yeah.
on the head with that shit.
But
Yeah, she
yeah,
was so sick.
Fantastic Four, that was just like a great movie. It was honestly just a giant hype up uh movie for Franklin
For
Richards.
Doctor Doom.
That was all about it. No, for Frank Richards, bro.
Which, dude, honestly, rightfully so, bro. If they do him right, he's gonna be like one of the craziest
Yeah.
characters
I don't even
in
know
the
how they're gonna
entire like
show that.
MCU.
I don't know how they're gonna show that on screen. But what's
I
his
know
uh the big guy? I'm blanking.
the
Thing.
thing.
No, the
Galactus.
Oh,
purple
Galactus.
Galactus. Yeah. Galactus.
Galactus.
That is probably the most powerful like entity I've ever seen in a movie, low key. Besides like Bruce Almighty and Morgan Freeman. Like I mean, I've just never seen someone that powerful take the screen, and I was worried that they weren't going to be able to pull it off. Just like, in my opinion, there's never been like a great Superman movie because of that same issues. Like he's so
Yeah,
powerful, we're going to do this. But Galactus was awesome. I honestly wanted more of him. I get that they were
me
scared
too.
too much because he's literally like can do anything. But whatever. It was a great.
Well, I think it's an introduction to him. He's definitely coming back. You know, that's his whole thing is he can't die, so they just send him away for a little bit until he eventually gets back. So I'm sure we'll see him again
Yeah.
in some point, which would be cool because if that means Franklin's still in the picture and he's older, that would be some sick ass shit. Like that would be some good stuff to see.
Um,
We'll see though.
at number two, coming in at number two, Anaconda. Anaconda,
Wow.
dude, Anaconda was so hilarious, bro. It's very stupid. I've always been a Jack Black hater. The only thing I've really ever liked him in was School of Rock and Kung Fu Panda. Everything else, he's not my sense of humor. I don't think he's funny, but he was actually funny in this movie. I think the dad from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, anyone who's born before the year
He's awesome.
and you know who I'm talking about. He stole the show, bro. He should be in every
He's the
comedy movie
best.
ever made. Like he's actually
No,
so,
he was hilarious. He was so good.
yeah,
Well, dude, the fucking snake tamer guy, he was also one of
he
the
was
best characters. Like
awesome.
I fucking loved him. He
Honestly,
was so funny.
the black chick that was with him did nothing the entire movie. And that was like the only like bad character. But that movie was so hilarious. And I
I
agree with
think that was on purpose. I think that's a purposeful thing
yeah, I
though.
think it was on purpose to show that like J-Lo didn't do anything. I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the original Anaconda, but it
You
might
have
have
to,
been
yeah, I gotta watch the original,
very
but that's kind of what I've heard that that's kind of how it was in the original one.
But if it's between like
I don't
making
know.
a
I
joke,
agree that there was not much there.
yeah, but if I'm gonna watch a movie that's either making commentary about like women in like comedy movies with like a group of guys like either doesn't do like anything or takes over the whole movie, I'd much rather her not do anything. Because Paul Rudd, Jack Black, and the dad from Diary of a Wimpy Kid were just so
That's a
hilarious.
great, amazing.
Um,
Yeah.
and I do agree with Ed that I think it was almost like a movie to give future filmmakers like hope and just to tell them like keep making movies and just so biasly like that very much stuck with me that I just thought that was awesome. But at
Yeah.
I will say also I don't know if you think about it,
What's
but
your grand reveal?
well, hold on. One more thing about Anaconda and something I just think that's funny. I think the snake is only in like 2 minutes of that movie. Like the snake is not really that big a part. It's not like Jaws where it keeps coming and coming. They're
Yeah.
kind of just like wandering around and then they see it like every now and then. Like it's not
Yeah. They're like,
like,
oh.
It wasn't like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
yeah, yeah.
Like it was just kind it was a good bit of the movie was just them kind of doing some dumb shit, which was
Yeah.
like it was good. It was
They
funny.
didn't even explain like why it's so fucking big too. Like it's
Yeah.
eh,
It's just
some
there.
countries, they got big ass snakes. I don't know. But yeah, okay. But at coming at number one has to be Marty Supreme, dude. I think Marty Supreme was so great. And honestly, say whatever you want about Sinners, it can win every single award in the book. But if Michael B. Jordan gets Best Actor over Timothy Chalamet, that's a
Fuck
crime.
that. No, he
That's a
shouldn't.
crime, bro.
Yeah, Timothée
Timothy
Chalamet
Chalamet,
killed that. He killed
I don't
that
think.
role.
Can y'all think of like one scene in that movie that he's not in?
Well, no, he has like 97%. Well, the only scene he's not in is when his girlfriend slash person he's denying to be the father of, um,
That's
basically his
right.
baby mama was with the old person and they're looking. He's like, yeah, I have your dog. Give me the money, and then she won't because she doesn't have the dog. It's a fake dog. I'm pretty sure that's the only scene that he's not in. He has
Also,
not.
the crash out that the chick that was pregnant, her husband, when he was like freaking out, he
Oh
wasn't.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I have to say, everyone in this movie, including Gwyneth Paltrow, and like everyone was a total asshole, including the pregnant woman. I honestly think the only good like character, redeemable character in this movie was the pregnant lady's husband. And hear me out, bro. All he did,
He beat the shit out of her.
no, he didn't. She
Oh wait,
threw
did
that
she?
Yeah,
arm.
she
Wait,
faked that.
wait,
She faked that.
he hit her. He hit her, but I mean
He didn't
that was
hit
kind of
her.
a given.
No,
I
he
mean
just,
he abused her though, but
I don't think so. I think he literally, because she faked that. No, he did not abuse her. All he did was,
it was implied, but there was no real like on screen stuff, but
I get, if he
but
did
yeah,
actually
keep
beat
going
her,
though.
then I apologize and he's not that great. But if all he did was break some dishes after finding out that his wife is 8 months pregnant, uh, and not his child, valid crash out, in my opinion. I think I would maybe break some dishes too. Like he also got rocked in the face with a trophy from Timothy Chalamet
For
for
no reason. Yeah.
for no reason. So I honestly kind of felt for the guy. But no, that movie was,
Yeah,
and I agree, it definitely has some problems because at a few points in the movie, you're definitely like, where are we going? Like, what is happening? Like, is he ever going to get to Japan? Because I don't know.
yeah.
Like, it just
But
goes,
like what is the
It's about him. He's like, oh, I gotta get to Japan. I just gotta do this one thing first. Then he does the one thing. It's like, oh, that didn't work. I have to do another thing to get back to that one thing. And it's like while it's like a side quest of a side quest of. It's like the Mandalorian a little bit,
yeah.
where like but I'm it's way better than the Mandalorian. But like the Mandalorian just has like, oh, I have to get a glass of milk from this clan, but oh, they won't let me get the glass of milk. But
Unless I get the
first, I
Wi-Fi
have
password
to just
from a dragon.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit of that, and I think it kind of loses because like at one point I was like, wait, aren't they supposed to be like marketing ping pong balls? Like, aren't they supposed to be like playing ping pong? But no, he's like, but
Yeah.
I do think, but I do think if you don't think about that, all of those scenes are just so cool. Like him
Oh, they're
scheming up
awesome.
and winning all that money at the bowling alley, and then the
I know that
guys
was so
With
follow him,
funny.
Tyler, the
and
Creator,
then
he
the
was actually a pretty good actor.
I
Like,
know he did pretty good.
yeah,
I
I
liked him.
love.
I
like
also thought Tyler the Creator's guy was also one of the only like sane ones, you know? Like I feel like he was the more like, he was pretty normal and chill. He didn't seem like that
I
much
mean,
of a
he was an
dick.
asshole, but he was like a nice asshole.
Like a respectful asshole, you know? He wasn't like
Yeah. I
stealing,
mean,
he was
comparatively,
hustling people.
he's probably the nicest guy in the whole show,
Yeah,
the
actually,
whole
that's
movie.
actually a good
Yeah,
point. Tyler, the
comparatively.
Creator,
Yeah.
was actually the nicest guy. He had responsibilities that he actually like took care of, unlike Timothy.
Yeah.
No, Timothy, I will say though, one of the reasons why I think he deserves the Oscar is because I've never seen someone portray a narcissist in like such a manner, but like he was such like a sociopath, um, and only cared about himself, obviously, and the way like his mannerisms and how he would speak, he was so like anxious and like frustrated. Like when the very last scene when he wants to play the Japanese deaf guy for real, he's not like, all right, everybody, let's calm down. Like you can see the panic in his face and like hear it in his voice, like, wait, stop,
Yeah.
stop, 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 stop. Like he's just
Well, that's
like
what, yeah, because he's about to what, kiss the pig.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Timothy just freaking nailed it. And I also think that the guy from Shark Tank, Mr. Wonderful, was great
Yeah.
in that
I
movie.
thought he was great too. Yeah.
Dude, I
No, he
honestly
was
like
great.
I
I
respect
forgot that was him.
He was great. He was great because he was just like himself. Like that was just
Yeah,
like
I was like he
himself.
pretty much just played
Because
himself.
yeah,
no, I
because he's
think
pretty much like go ahead.
I don't like really know anything about him other than he's Mr. Wonderful and he's on Shark Tank. But I respect that so much that he would even consider doing this. And he didn't have like a like lame like little like cameo. Like he was arguably the
It was a
second
pretty
main.
big role.
Yeah, and he played it like
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder if he took like acting classes and all this stuff. I watched an interview and it said that like he got the call and they were just like, um, you came to mind more than anyone, and he just spent like weeks like learning about this real character, like because he played a real person. Um, I will say something or weird about Marty Supreme is I don't think the very aggressively sexual scenes with Gwyneth Paltrow were super necessary for the
That was
movie.
good. I was gonna say that. I was like, I think those were a
Like,
little
it's
unnecessary.
honestly just kind of funny because you think that, like, low key, they're both kind of living like the life because I think every guy our age would love a chance to do that with Pepper Potts.
To drop
Like,
everything and go play ping.
no, I'm talking about sex with Pepper Potts. I'm saying just that,
Oh,
like,
yeah, I mean,
like
true.
Timothy Chalamet got to fulfill that for like young men, and then Gwyneth Paltrow, I'm sure most 60-year-old women would love to do that with Timothy Chalamet. So it was a weird, but it was crazy how like the scene with them in the shower where Timothy's like choking her out and like banging her from behind. I'm like, oh my God. Like this is
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
like he
And
did not need to
but
put this in.
yeah, I
no,
don't think it was
I
super
yeah.
necessary and could have done without, but you know, that's just it's a choice. I just think yeah, that wasn't like super necessary, but all in all, I just loved Marty Supreme so much. I loved that movie. I'm definitely
It was a great movie. It was a great movie.
but
I loved
okay,
it, dude.
Ed, tell me if I'm right. Is the movie you're thinking of that we all left out Avatar 3?
No, actually, it wasn't.
What is
But
it?
that is one we did leave out. But I think there's a reason why we all left it out because it was just the same movie for a
Because it
third
wasn't
time
very
over.
good.
Because I've already seen it twice.
Never, yeah, I've already seen it before. No, it was the new Knives Out, bro.
Oh, that was kind of lame too. I feel like it was more,
What? I like that a lot. I thought it was a great movie.
it was interesting. I thought it was more like social commentary on just the Christian world. And I thought Thanos, what's his name?
Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin. And like he was like Nick Fuentes, or like some of these like hardcore guys. And then you have like uh, s- uh
Jed.
Jed, or who's Jed? I don't know. The guy
That
who
was the
looks like
main.
Remy,
I was like, who?
Remy from Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
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 he's
yeah.
like, like actually promoting Jesus and stuff. So it's kind of this like, do I go like
That,
hardcore? Because everyone, like this whole generation is so like gay and terrible, and like we need to full force, or we should like love everybody. And that whole like social commentary was super interesting to discuss. But at the end of the day, like the murder was so impossible that they had to solve it for us. Like I just feel like the climax and like them finding out that the old lady was the killer was just like not interesting at all. It was like, oh,
yeah.
it was kind of like the
I,
same
I,
thing. Like, oh, that's it. Like I don't know. That's how I felt a little cheated out of like a good murder.
I just loved Jed. I love Jed. I thought Jed killed it. The guy who played the like young priest.
Yeah, he was
I
great.
thought he did a really good job.
Yeah. I really hope they don't make a live
Yeah,
action
no, and like
Ratatouille just because he's famous now and he looks exactly like motherfucking Remy. But
yeah,
I honestly
I
could
don't
see.
think that's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen, but
He
you
made a
never
joke
know.
about it in his SNL monologue. He said like
Oh, he
Disney,
did.
I'm ready to play Remy. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Mhm.
No, but I like him a lot. I hope to see more of him. But I thought it was a good movie. I liked it, but
We also left out Zootopia
um,
2, which made almost
I,
$2 billion.
I haven't seen
Internationally
it.
and domestically.
Yeah, it made
I
more
just haven't
money.
seen it.
It made more money in China than in-game did, which is
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Like they love Zootopia over there for some reason. I don't know. But honestly, the only problem like the biggest problem I have with Zootopia 2 is that like they have no right making Judy Hopps so hot. I mean, what is up with that, bro? There's a whole scene where she's like in a towel. Like, what are you doing to my psyche? I'm not trying to have those dreams anymore. But
Anymore?
well, everyone's lying if they don't want a little bit of hops in their life. She's bad.
Yeah,
Mm.
I thought. I
Bunny's
mean,
bad.
I thought that their dynamic was like they played off each other better in the first one, and obviously the second one is a study of how their relationship is kind of destructive to each other now that they work together and stuff, than as opposed to just being two accidental people that converge kind of in the same storyline, and now it's just like, oh, they're working in case together. So I understand it's a little eventually recognize what they're doing to each other, and I liked how they came to grips with that. Like they went to what is it, couples therapy or something. They
Partner.
went to that, or yeah, partners therapy, and I really liked how they did that. I like how they didn't just have them do like a romance. I like how they actually solved their issues in like
I
kind of a
agree.
platonic
That would have
way. I
ruined
mean,
it.
I'm very I was glad we didn't do the romance thing, and maybe if they do another Zootopia, I'm all for them getting together. But I really like how they didn't just be like, oh, I've loved you like ever like because now they work together. They're working through those issues together, and two drastically different characters figuring each other out before they get into it's taking them maybe if they do another one, if they get together, it's taking them 3 movies to get together. I like the slow burn. I like how they play off each other, and I'm really excited for what's to come next because you can get really creative in that world. Like
Yeah.
because Zootopia 2 is kind of a commentary on not like you know as you said before, we said in our last meeting, you said it was like colonizers and them taking original ideas from people and running with it as their own and then casting them out. It was kind of a little bit of a commentary on that with the snakes and how the wolves just
Well,
came in,
yeah,
stole.
that was a little problem I had with it because like it's like all right, I get it. They're living on stolen land. The dude who looks and sounds exactly like my grandfather is the bad guy. Shocker. It's just, at some point it's like can my grandpa ever do like anything good? He fought in Vietnam. Like let's give this guy a little more credit. But yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just got here.
And I wish that because they have this whole it's like I forgot what the world is called or like the area they have like the swampland where all the reptiles and snakes because they've been banned by the colonizers and stuff, and I just wish we had more of that from the main snake because as you mentioned in our last meeting as well, the snake is just like my family. I have to save my family,
Dude, I
and
wanted to
and
kill
it's just
him.
like
I was so over his whole
I
thing.
yeah, the guy from Everywhere, Everything Ever, All at Once voiced
Yeah,
him, and
great
I
actor.
really
I
like
love
him.
that actor a
Great,
lot. But all he
but
talked about, the script was bad for him, dude. All he talked about was his family. I was
my
like,
family. I have to save my family.
you know what?
It's
I
it's
don't
just
care about
it's
your
just
family, actually.
it's just can we get a little bit about your life, like what you I mean, because they're just kind of holed up in the ship, and we don't really get a lot of that. Like, yes, I get that you want to you free yourself, but at the same like I want to hear more from him. Like I don't like because there's the snake people who are in the reptile world, the marshland, and there's the snake. And the snake gets separated because he needs to rescue that thing because it has the original plans or the signature. I'm kind of forgetting the logistics on that, but they're kind of just like the snake people and the individual snake. They're just like the same, and so we
Yeah.
don't get as much from the snake as I wanted them to.
Yeah,
So
and
that those were
I will say though, when it comes to Zootopia 2, it was maybe one of the best, or maybe the best plot twist of 2025. Because I did not see that plot twist coming. Personally, that did take me by surprise, and that was
no spoilers
Yeah,
for
no
that.
spoilers.
Yeah,
I still gotta
yeah,
watch the
and I will
movie.
say it is
we won't
mostly
get
just
that
a plot
far,
twist,
but
but,
All right,
but
well,
yeah, Zootopia.
I gotta make sure to watch it.
What other movies are we leaving out? Is there anything else that like good that came out?
I feel like we kind of hit the
Avatar
most
3,
notable.
Avatar 3 obviously made a lot of money.
Dude, it's just the same.
Like
Like I enjoyed
I
it.
was say I rather not talk about it, bro. It's like it's just the same movie. Honestly, I haven't seen it yet still.
I have an extreme soft spot for Avatar 1, and
Avatar
I,
1 is
I
one of my favorite movies.
yeah,
It's
it's great, but then 2 and 3, I just think the whole idea of the story is stupid.
see,
It's
I meet a lot of people that like 2 better than 1. And
and if you do, you're kind of an idiot.
I don't know, dude. Let me just say, I think that the last hour of 2 is better than the last hour
What
of
about the first 4 hours of 2?
those. That's kind of slow. It's a little, it's a little like, all right, we get it. Like you're water people, like you learn all the waterways. And one thing I was super happy about with the third movie is that it wasn't like a 5 hour arc of like, okay, learn everything about the fire ways and the fire people. That part was great, but then it kind of was just like We're just running around doing the same thing we've always done. I don't even
Yeah.
think the Colonel wants to catch Jake.
No, for the amount of scene for the amount of like scenes, and I think Quaritch is an awesome
He's the
because
star of the show in the third
my
movie for
abs
sure.
without question him and his villain girlfriend. But I want to talk
You know
about
who the villain
the
girlfriend is?
overall
Wait,
problem.
do you know who the villain? Do you know who the actress is? Ed, do you know?
No.
No.
It's Robb Stark's wife from Game of Thrones.
Oh wow.
Remember the one
No.
who got killed at the Red Wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually did a really good job. I thought her character was sick. The whole tent scene was awesome. Like there were a lot of great parts of Avatar 3. It was just like an hour and a half too long, and they need to do something about the names because no one can name anyone on this. Who's your favorite character? Oh, I love Loak.
She's the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin.
She is? Dang.
Her name is Una Chaplin.
That's crazy, actually.
Wow, it's very interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, well that's awesome. I have a problem with this is my biggest problem with the Avatar franchise. It's because I feel like the humans' mission there is completely different every single movie. And what I mean is the first one, they're trying to get the unobtainium, which is the funniest name for a fictitious element that I've ever heard. They're trying to get this unobtainium, and then in the second movie, they just want to kill Jake because and then in the third movie, it's like, oh, like the humans need a place to colonize, and so they're trying to get spiders DNA so they can replicate it and because the humans can't breathe there for longer than 10 seconds. But they're portraying the humans as like these terrible people like these people that they're just bad like some of them like not the norm not the scientist guy like they're not so, but like if you're the humans, like how could you possibly root against them? Because they're doing everything they can to try to live, to try to breathe, to try to live in this world. And and you're supposed in the movies portraying like they're trying to side with the Na'vi, but at the same time, it's like this is the humans' like last resort. Their entire world is at stake here. But now, but then no, the humans are just the villains and they're all bad. But like they're on desperation mode, so I don't like how they portray
It was
the humans
easier
really.
to think of them as villains when their whole purpose was greed, you know? But
Yes, exactly.
yeah,
Like Avatar, like the first one.
but now that it's about survival, it is more like, there's two sides to this story. I will
You
also
know, that could open doors for some better like just to switch things up. Cause like if Earth's on the brink of death, like imagine if somehow Jake was to go back to Earth, where he's originally from,
he's never
and
going
like
back,
see what
bro.
the fuck's going on there, because right now he's like anti-human, but if he somehow was to like see what's going on back on home, that could stir the pot up a little bit.
Well, and I think they are saying like in the fourth movie we'll like finally see Earth and like what Earth looks like. It probably is just like Wall-E, I'm guessing. Like the movie like the opening to Wall-E, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But I just like I also think that Spider is like the dumbest guy and I hate him and I honestly want
I don't
Spider.
Oh,
like I
he's
don't like
him,
Spider.
him and Kiri, who Sigourney Weaver plays. They both suck. They
Dude,
just
he's just
suck.
like an
I think,
actual he's an actual just bad actor. And everyone else
yeah,
gets comped because their faces are blue and CGI, and he has to like actually like put himself out there, and he sucks. And when he gets turned, if I was him, I would honestly be so pissed that what's her face couldn't pray hard enough just to make me a blue person. Like I don't
yeah.
want to be in this human frail body, bro.
And
That's
and 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 he's just this California surfer bro who says like that's what's up or something like that when he has no experience of what Earth is like. And also like finally the premise of his batteries going out was a thing, and I just don't understand how, because in the second movie it explains that they can't put a young baby to cryo sleep when he's like 3 or 4 or 5. But like if you're one of those scientists, how could you possibly like I just don't understand how people could live on that world because they can't take off their masks like for longer than 10 seconds without dying and stuff. And I just don't understand. I mean, I know that, well, the world ending. Oh, in the second movie, they're trying to have the whale brain fluid. That's what they're doing. They're trying to kill the whales so
Because
they
it
can.
makes them immortal, which is just like,
Yeah, something like that. It's like, what? Like, where did that come from? And then the third movie, it's like, okay, the Earth is actually dying. Like, we need to do something about it. Which is really honestly, I don't mind that if they painted the humans a different way, but that's another discussion. That if it didn't happen,
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of ifs.
there's a lot of ifs that we could talk about, but that's just not what happened. So but I just don't understand why, if the Earth wasn't dying, why they wouldn't just send him home, because he is a 7-year-old kid. That is not a place for a child to grow up. I don't care how friendly he is with the Navi, with Jake Sully's kids. Like, you are a human. These guys are 8 foot and 9 foot tall blue people with tails who can fly dragons, and you're just out here just like hanging around.
mm, yeah.
Yeah, not really realistic. Not a place for him.
Yeah, so that movie was just a little bit of a bust, but hopefully the fourth and fifth one has
It's
a
a, it's a, it's a billion. It's a $2 billion bust.
no, it still made $1.4 billion. I mean, it's fine. Like it's like the 19th highest
I
grossing
I
movie
I I
ever.
I know, but it's like it wasn't as good as expected, and it still made 1.5 billion
I bet the fifth one, the last one will make like $4 billion and they'll be fine.
somehow.
But
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
all
see.
right,
They have been doing some different things,
just
hopefully.
um to close,
Yeah, I
how
said it's been going a long while.
yeah, how about we say I got one last question just for a closer. Looking ahead to 2026, would you rather delete from existence Dune 3 and the Odyssey or Avengers Doomsday? You can only either see Avengers Doomsday or you can see the Odyssey and Dune 3. Which path, which door are you taking?
I'm watching. I'm going to see Doomsday.
Really?
I'm seeing Doomsday. Yeah, I gotta see that
Dude,
movie.
I think I don't know if
I
y'all saw the Avatar 3 on opening night, but they
I
showed
did.
sneak peek of the Odyssey. Do you know what I'm talking about, Presley? Like you saw the Trojan.
Yes,
yeah, I've
yes,
seen the
yes.
trailer.
No, not the trailer, Ed, not the trailer.
It's
They
the
showed
sneak
like a
peek.
5 minute excerpt from the movie. And
Oh shit!
it looked like it's going to be like one like the greatest movie going experience I've ever heard of. Like it's
Oh no, I think the Odyssey is going to be the movie of
I
2026,
I that,
100%.
that's why I would easily take the so Marvel ever since, so a little bit of a contentious point. I don't really want to talk about it more because we kind of got to close, but I don't like Avengers Endgame. I don't. But everything after Avengers Endgame, in my opinion, is honestly, like, the TV shows that they made. WandaVision had some hype, it had some excitement. The Falcon, like, but it was
can't
just
hate on
really.
WandaVision right here. Are you hating on WandaVision? That show rocked, bro. What are you talking
I
about?
I I didn't like the ending, but I loved the first like 5 or 6 episodes where you didn't know anything that was going on. But I didn't like how in WandaVision, like, because it has she trapped these innocent people in her own reality, and was like, and you could see them in episode 8. They were like, please let me go. Or one, Kitty Foreman from That 70s Show was literally saying, let me die. Like, so I didn't like how they painted Wanda, like when Photon, Black Captain Marvel was like they'll never know what you sacrifice. And it's like, sacrifice? Like, I mean, your husband died, like, yeah, that sucked, but I
Yeah,
mean,
if I was the first of all, what she sacrificed were things that she made from her mind. So if
mhm.
I'm one of the people living in the town, please tell me tell me your entire life story. I don't give a fuck. You literally captured my brain and took me hostage and all my friends and neighbors and children for weeks.
Yeah,
I have no
for like
patience.
who knows how long and stuff. And I just and so in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, they made her this villain character, or they made her, she was possessed by the Darkhold or whatever, which I thought was good, but I didn't like how they were like, yeah, Wanda, like, no, like you're good, like trust me, like don't worry, like we know how much you sacrifice. It's just like no. So that's why I didn't like the ending. I love the beginning. I love the intrigue. I love the setup. So that's just what I'll say. But going back to my Marvel point, I just besides Rocket Raccoon's portion in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thunderbolts, and Fantastic Four, I don't like Captain America, the Brave and the Bold, or the Brave New World. I hated it. I didn't like it at
Yeah, it was
all.
ass.
I thought it sucked. I thought the projects with like Echo and I wasn't a big fan of the Hawkeye show. Moon Knight was underwhelming. The new Daredevil, She-Hulk was one of the biggest insults I have ever seen. Fuck that show. Sucked.
But you
Everything about it was horrible. So so
I never
so that's
saw
why. But like, but the Dune movie,
I never saw the black chick Ironheart or whatever, but I saw the clip
Ironheart didn't watch,
where
but
you've seen.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've seen that clip where she's like, not anyone can be Iron Man unless they're a billionaire. That is
Yeah.
disrespectful because Tony
Yes.
Stark
Yes. That. Yeah.
did actually
Yes.
build that suit with a box
From
of
a
In a
from
cave.
in a
Yeah.
cave.
yeah.
Like
Tony Stark built this in a cave. Like
Yeah, so
I
I don't
can't
know
do
what
Jeff
MCU
Bridges.
writer, what chick was like, this is powerful. Fuck her. She has
Also,
shit over.
the Marvels bombed in the box office. Like, so that's why I just think Phase 5 of Marvel has not been nice to me. That said, I am pretty excited to see where they go. They completely retcon Kang. Also, Multiverse of Madness and Quantumania, both of those movies were some of the worst movies I've ever seen.
So
So I
bad.
just
They
wanted
were
to throw that
so
out there.
bad.
So
No,
so
I
so that's why
agree.
I just yeah, they come out with
Shang-Chi,
some
like,
but I really
I
think
thought Shang-Chi wasn't bad. I thought the
hated
choreography was
Shang-Chi.
awesome.
I hated that
yeah,
movie.
they were
Well,
good at
I know
kung
why
fuing. They
you
weren't good
hated
at
it, and
writing a
I
story.
don't disagree with you, Hayes. I
It's
know why
not
you
just
hated it.
because of Aquafina, although she is the worst character I've ever seen in any movie
Ever.
ever, and I refuse to watch anything with Aquafina. Fucking hate Aquafina, dude. Fuck Aquafina. What a stupid ass fucking name. Like she's a water bottle. I hate her. Like I actually hate her so much. But yeah, I think Shang-Chi in general was just bad. But
Mm.
yeah,
I liked it, but
I think Doomsday, they're gonna pull out all the stops. I think they've thrown more money at it than a freaking,
Did you see the reported runtime?
yeah, it's like almost 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like the
They
Snyder
always
cut.
say that shit
Jesus
though.
fucking
I
Christ.
mean, they said that about Endgame, they said that about Infinity War. They said that like they always say like there might be an intermission. There never is.
No, no.
If there is, like that would low key be kind of cool. I would love to have like a movie intermission. Like that'd be a
They wouldn't do that
I
though.
don't think they do it either. Yeah, it's all talk. But but yeah, I am very excited about those are my probably three favorite movies coming out this year. Doomsday, Odyssey, and Dune 3. Dune
No,
2,
same. 100% same.
Dune
Dune
2
2,
is what made
fantastic.
me love Timothy Chalamet. I was like,
Same.
I thought
Same.
he
He
was
did
just
so
so
good in that.
yeah, I feel like most guys probably thought he was just some uh like chick flick kind of dude, you know? And then he did Dune 2, and you're like, I don't even care that you're 90 pounds and beating up Jason Momoa. I believe it. Like you rock, bro. You're dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm
No,
all
he
for it.
just kills it. He kills it.
He kills it, dude. But yeah, that's all right. That was give us a little clap.
Good job, guys. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
That was good stuff, yo.
Make sure to like and
Dude,
subscribe.
that was.
Blue is the official sponsor of this video. I wish. Blue
We do not have
sponsor
an
me.
official sponsorship. We do not have an official sponsorship. We are asking for one though.
Am I even allowed to say
Uh,
that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hopefully we don't get
sponsored by
Actually,
copy.
Blue.
I
That
have no idea, dude.
Hopefully we don't get copyrighted. But next
No,
week,
I think.
but next week I would love to get into because we've had some thoughts about the new Star Trek and just that absolute debauchery. We've had some thoughts about the new Masters of the Universe movie we're all excited about.
we have a lot of
The
thoughts.
what?
We have a lot of
We have a lot of
thoughts.
thoughts.
We have
We
a
got a lot
lot
of
of
thoughts. We got a
thoughts
lot of
and
thoughts.
we plan to have a good bit of episodes. So if you watched this far, thank you.
Watch this far, I'll blow you.
And
I'll put my
that is
number.
the Hayes
I'll put my
that is
number
the
on the
Hayes
screen.
Tewksbury guarantee.
If anyone actually watched 3 hours of us just talking about movies, like that
Yeah,
person.
good for you.
And guess what?
Dude, I was.
We're gonna keep fucking doing it.
That's
It'll
right.
only get better. This
Dude,
is just like a test run, really.
I had to take lorazepam, a bunch of lorazepam for my like procedure. So I've just been like beamed out this whole time. I don't know if y'all can tell. Y'all been
Guys,
saying something like, yeah, it's a good
we should
movie.
all do ayahuasca and then have this podcast.
That would be great. Yeah, we'll do like a bunch of mushrooms. Just
Hey, no, wait. We should all we should have a thumbnail. It's like I did cocaine and then just like
no, we should actually all do like yeah, some ayahuasca and go see the new like Super Mario Bros. Movie and like live stream our reactions just like like holy
Holy fuck.
I'll have my signature propeller hat. I'm just
All right, well,
Dude,
it's been good.
good, good stuff,
I'll talk
boys.
to y'all. Oh my gosh, I forgot to record this one. I'm just kidding.
go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
All right, well, peace out, brothers. It's been real.
Hey, I'm gonna promote. I'll promote the crap out of this on my Instagram and Snapchat. So hopefully people
Hey,
actually watch it.
yeah.
Hey,
Hey, send
you're
me.
making that. Hey, if you watch this far, you're making that TikTok account, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll take some of our best moments and I'll put it on TikTok and Twitter and
Clip farm that shit.
Clip
Yeah,
Farm.
clip
Yeah,
fine.
like
Also,
freaking
Hazel, hey, send me like the recording so I can go through it because like maybe the next time we talk about shit, 1 second. Next time we talk about stuff, like we can kind of like I can like we can kind of go through about things what maybe like what we could be better about, you know, like what can we make it more engaging and shit, and like what
yeah.
you know what I mean. Just kind of
This
critique it.
this is the blueprint for
Yeah,
success.
this is kind of a trial
We
run.
definitely just talked about like Stranger Things for like longer than I think we expected. Because
And then,
it's
and
Yeah,
then and then like
such
I
a
had this
bad.
whole sheet like we didn't even get to like 3 points, but it's a good thing that we have a shit ton of episodes. So now we can narrow down our topics and focus more about like we can like we don't have to tackle Project Hail Mary, Batman, Star Trek, Matt Damon, Joe Rogan interview. Like we can just kind of divulge our thoughts about this, and we can go to this, we can go to this.
Yeah. That
yeah,
was just we just recapped an entire year. So
yeah. That was a big one. This is a big one.
Hey,
This is the first
honestly,
big.
great job, guys. I mean, like, I'll watch this recording, but you know, I just want to say,
Yeah,
yeah, I just want to say thanks. This is a lot of fun.
yeah,
this was fun. I wish I wasn't.
I literally haven't eaten dinner yet.
me neither.
Dang, bro.
Yeah,
I actually
I'm about
same,
to chef up
honestly.
some quesadillas.
Dude, I just
Well,
wish I wasn't on like a fucking on Razapam. I've been so just like out of it.
I wish I didn't.
Everything you always say, I'm just like, yeah, dude. That's a great idea.
I wish I didn't take perks right before this. Fuck.
That's pretty much what I
Dude,
did.
I'm
That's
so
what happened.
yeah. I'm literally on Fent right now, bro. So.
Oh my God, everyone's just knocking on the door.
All right, guys. Well, man, I can't wait to do this shit next week.
Yeah, let's find a time to hop on again and just figure out the next one.
Yeah, we can figure that out.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
All right.
See
Peace
Middle
ya,
out,
boys.
boys.
Middle America,
So yeah,
Middle
signing
America.
off.
Signing off.
and
Bye, guys.